I'm looking forward to the ups, the downs, and all the comments.
Hi folks, as you know, I play free-to-play and I don't use money on this account, but in a stream of PGI that I won a Mechpack and I choose the Linebacker, so I took them for a ride and scored quite decently on the leaderboard. However, if the prizes on the leaderboard were like thousands MC, as they were in the past, I guess more competition would have happened. I wanna show you some linebacker gameplay and talk a bit of the different variations I used. So one of the main problems I had, only the three variants, Prime, A and B, doesn't have much variety in hard points. You lack the damage to make ballistics work or make a punchy SRM rag build. So I was more or less stuck with laser vomit builds. So on my prime variant of the Linebacker, I choose 6 energy hard points and equipped 6 medium pulse lasers. However, the heat dissipation wasn't enough to sustain those lasers, and I dropped 1 medium pulse laser to get a little more DPS. This build was quite decent. It's more or less like a big cicada. As you can see in the footage, the build tends to be quite hot. This has something to do with the hardpoint locations. If you could use the free energy hardpoint torso, you may be able to shave some armor from one of the arms, use it as shield arm and get one more double heatsink to counter the heat. However, then you lose the weapons in the arms, and they are quite nice to follow some yodels chasing around your legs. With the extra armor on the side torsos, you can sustain some pretty heavy shots of the enemy mechs. One problem the build has is range. You can't engage into poke wars with ERPPCs, AC boats or something like large pulse lasers, because your optimal range is 376 meters with modules equipped. So you are in a state where you have to rely on your team to get in a semi-brawl situation, but not an actual brawl where SRMs will counter you. Somewhat the optimal situation is some bigger guys around you attract the fire, and you can use that opportunity to support massively with very accurate fire and slice the enemy up. The second build I tried to get to work was a PPC build on the Linebacker B variant, but you don't fit in enough double heat sinks to make it work, and in a brawl situation without ECM like you have on a Shadowcat, you are stuck with very hot weapons, so this doesn't work that well, and I dropped the RPPCs for 2 large pulse lasers and tried another shot at it. However, the DPS overall isn't that great, and you don't feel that you do much to the enemy with only 2 large pulse lasers, so I added 2 more ER medium lasers. That was quite a good punch. However, the heat dissipation just kicked in and it feels a bit clumsy. Like in this match, you see why the Shadow Cat with the ECM can cool down after heating up with the ER PPCs, and you don't have that advantage. So the one thing you wanna have in like 2 large pulse laser builds is more backup weaponry when it comes to a brawl situation, since you can get with your speed into the range of the enemy really fast, and that's your upside. Your downside with the build I have to use because of the lack of serious hard points is that I only can fight one enemy at a time, and when they come in masses they overwhelm me. But the Shadow Cat, props to him, he salvaged the situation and he turned the fight on to them. Coming back from a situation with 6 enemies against you and a teammate is something that doesn't happen often. As you can see on the last take, the jump jets of the Shadow Cat are quite effective, and a dream would be to have a Linebacker also equipped with jump jets. But they would be hardwired, and so I'm glad that they aren't available.
New target acquired.
Yeah, they're pushing up behind us.
Destroyed.
We kill that hutch.
Thanks.
New target acquired.
As you saw in this clip, and the first one with the Banshee, the Linebacker has a good potential to reach the back line unnoticed and clean house from the rear side. And now to the last variant I used and find somewhat decent, that's the 6 ER medium laser build, which has over the medium pulse laser build a range advantage, and that helps to don't be the punching bag of the enemy team as long as you don't wish to do so. So here you can see some footage of me playing this build, and as long as you manage heat, it can burn to some pretty strong armor.
Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Playing around with some ideas of hardpoint configuration, I also tried some other builds. Here, for example, you see LBX ER medium laser build. It was okay, but overall I didn't saw that much damage or kills. Most damage deal / solo kills coming out of this build. I would guess if you have some more energy hardpoints to equip, like 5 or 6 ER small lasers, then this build can crank up some pretty good numbers. I also voted on the public mech ranking experiment, which was featured by Terrogato. Thanks for that. I gave the Linebacker in advance 5 points. When I now can compare it to the Hellbringer and the Ebon Jaguar, Also the Timberwolf, I would give the Hellbringer an advantage, and not that much after it. I think I give the Linebacker the next spot, and below that the Ebon Jaguar. So from the first 5 points I upgraded it around 1 point, and see the Hellbringer in between 6 to 7 points, because ECM is amazing. That pretty much covers it all. I think I give you an insight into the Linebacker.
Target destroyed.
Good job.
I hope you enjoyed this little review. Bye.